Okay, so this is going to be the technique of recrystallization. To make this technique, first you just need to have your sample that you're going to recrystallize on an Erlenmeyer flask, and then you're going to start heating some of your solvent of choice, because in order to recrystallize you need to start adding hot solvent close to boiling to your sample, and then make sure that you can make a saturated solution with it. We're going to show you in a few minutes how to do this once our solvent starts heating up. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the one that we're going to put the hot solvent so that we don't burn ourselves. And then we're just going to take solvent from the boiling solution and we just slowly add it. Make sure to stir it so that it all gets dissolved. You first need to add enough amount to cover the entire bottom, and then you just continue adding until all of it dissolves. You can pause the video. So if you're having trouble, you can always take a glass stir rod and slowly break the big chunks or big particles, because the smaller the particle size, the easier it's going to be to dissolve. So just be careful not to break either the Erlenmeyer flask or your glass stirring rod in the process. So once we have enough liquid in here, you're going to want to switch places because you want to keep this solvent hot too. So now we're going to keep this guy in here and wait until this solvent heats up so that we can continue adding from our already hot solvent until all of your sample is dissolved. So the trick is to keep heating and then swirl it while it heats so that the hexane doesn't evaporate away, or the solvent that you're using, until you get a clear solution like this and all of your compound has disappeared. And then once you get this, to just set it aside and leave it to rest for a few minutes until the crystals will start appearing. And then as you can see, with time, it's a slow process, but the crystals will start to appear. You can see that they are already appearing in the solution right from the bottom. So just leave it rest until it gets to cool room temperature, and then you can put it on an ice water bath to make more crystals grow. And then now that it's cooled down to room temperature, you can now put the flask on an ice water bath so that it cools down even further, and then make more crystals appear. And that's basically it on how to perform a recrystallization procedure.